They say that stocks take the stairs going up, but the elevator going down. If you are willing to try and catch a falling knife, you can make some serious money. My name is John Ross with Finance on a Budget. In this video, I want to go over how I personally buy and sell stocks every day. I will go over how I find the stocks to buy, when I sell them, and how much profit I expect to make. I will be talking about how to try to keep my money safe and how it's always a balancing act to know what's a good buy and what's garbage. Everyone has their own unique way of investing. This is mine, and I certainly am not suggesting that it's how you should invest. I have between $5,000 and $10,000 in the market at any given time. I like to own my own stocks with cash. If I'm dead, my wife owns the stocks. If I am going to do option trading, then my wife would be down tens of thousands of dollars before she even realized what happened. And I guarantee many new quarantine investors would have never even thought of that. Welcome to day trading. Buying and selling stocks for long-term investment is one way that we normally think of stocks. This could be done through a 401k's brokerage or through a self-directed IRA. For someone like me, investing in a company like Tesla, who is gearing up for the next 25 years, is a no-brainer. But to invest like this, you need to have access to money that you don't actually need for the next few decades. Another way of buying and selling stocks is called gambling. This is where you are betting on stocks going up in value, or sometimes down, within a relatively short time frame. You could either buy and sell stocks themselves, which is what I do, or you could purchase options, which is the kind of like flipping a coin, but more on that later. Being a day trader is quite similar to being a burglar. You look around for an opportunity, and as soon as you see it, you take what you can and resell it for a quick profit. Their loss, your gain. It's the American way. Everyone has their own thoughts on what's worth the effort. But for me, if I can buy and sell several different stocks within 24 to 48 hours and make the same amount of money as a day job, then that is totally worth it for me. If I can make a 5% profit all week long, then I think that's awesome. Other people can't be bothered unless they're making 20% or more. But remember, big wins also mean big losses. I have a wife and child, so I have bigger concerns than riding on that YOLO train. I don't want to say that I hold any assets. That would give the impression that I plan on holding anything for a longer period of time. Rather, I'm just trading. Day in and day out, I'm buying and selling stocks. There's nothing new here. But I'm not personally invested in any of these companies, so I only want to buy low on what I'm sure will go back up and sell when I feel that the profit is good enough. This doesn't mean that it's your way, but it's my way. If you want to learn more, then give this video a like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. I will have more videos about this topic at day trading stocks. This will include what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Why I don't deal with stock options. I'll start by saying that I have no desire to buy stock options. I have another video that explains options in detail, link in the description below. Purchasing options requires 100 shares of something. This means that the options are worth tens of thousands of dollars if you were to lose. While there are safer and riskier ways of approaching stock options, I simply do not have the funds, financial backing, or personal ability to put that kind of money on the line. You can find an abundance of other traders on YouTube talking about this, but you won't find any of that here. Many stock option deals are done through what's called margin, which is basically a loan from the bank. This is ridiculously easy to do, and these banks are more than happy to overfund a line of credit to people that have no business risking this type of money in the first place. It reminds me of the housing bubble of the 2008, where anybody with a pulse could get a half-assed loan and foreclose within 2 years. For me, options are off the table. I can't lose that much, so I'm smart enough not to risk it. However, buying stocks in the morning and selling them in the afternoon, well, that I can do. Let's dig deeper into that. How I pick my stocks. On the surface, it appears that I'm simply guessing that each of my chosen stocks will ultimately go up in value. However, the truth is much more complex. In reality, I use historical data to show me what the current value really is, how much more it can lose, and in the best case, how much more it can actually gain. But most importantly, I'm focusing on the same stocks day in and day out, so I know what they can do, and I know how long it will take them to recover, simply by looking at recent trends. So yes, I'm guessing. This is because any stock can sit dormant for weeks on end without any movement but down. They always say to buy the dip, but sometimes the dips just keep happening until you run out of money. Then all you can do is wait. But in general, I like stocks that move up and down every day and every week. For these, I only need to know that if I buy low, I can eventually sell them high. For me, that's around a 5% profit. Sometimes I get lucky with an 8 to 10% profit. But just as often, it will spend a few days and weeks never going above 1 to 3%. In those cases, I just dump it and move on. Profit is profit, and there's always more to be had. How to buy stocks and not get burned. You need to make a plan and execute that plan. Do not let your emotions get in the way. For example, let's say you plan to buy at $40 each and set up an automatic sell-off at $44 each. That's a 10% profit. That's good, really good. Personally, I target 5%. It's easy to reach and frees up the money quickly for the next deal. Do not sell early unless you really need to. It matters. Time and again, I've got hung up on stocks that sit there for days on end, doing absolutely nothing for what seems an eternity. Even worse, then they go further down in value, forcing me to do things that I don't like to do. In these cases, fallback plans are needed to limit the losses. However, the initial plan is always a 5% profit unless I have to settle for a 1 to 3% profit just to get out of it. Prices will fluctuate all day long. But the beauty of actually buying and owning the stock, even for a short period of time, is that there's no time limit on when I actually need to sell anything. So, if my stock is down $2 a share, I simply ignore it until it starts getting closer into profit. Remember, you don't lose money until you actually sell. Options have time limits, so you could lose hundreds and thousands if you are not careful. That's why this style of trading isn't right for me. Buying in multiple companies is a much safer way to go. If you don't have the cash to put in, then I don't feel you should be doing this. But in general, you need to trust the plan that prompted you to buy in the first place. This is also why you should not spend everything that you have in one place. Spread it out, give it time, and let the money make you money. If you sell at a loss, then it's a loss. If you sell at a small profit, then it's a small profit and likely not worth tying up your funds in the first place. But if you are willing to hold during the downtimes, then no loss is ever official and you can hold on to it as long as you actually need to. For me, I look for stocks that are down around 5% on the day for no particular reason. I will then buy 5 of them. I prefer stocks that are priced between $20 and $70 because they're affordable and they can grow between $1 and $3.50. I can then get in without spending too much money. I set it to automatically sell at 5% profit, which is often back to where it was at the start of the day. Usually, I take my 5% profit within 24 hours. Sometimes I need to wait a day or 2 or 3, but sometimes I can actually end up sitting on it for a month. At that point, I'll dump it for whatever profit I can still get. Yes, there are plenty of people out there that bet big on options for $10,000 or more, but I am not comfortable with that, not even close. I want to make 5% average monthly returns per transaction, and I'm happy. So, if I can ride a stock down, then profit when it comes back up, then that's all easy money to me. 10 shares at $20 is only $200. So even if it takes 4 weeks to rebound 10%, then what do I care? It's only $200. But if I have a $400 stock, then $4,000 is tied up for weeks. Think small, think smart, and make money. Please give this video a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Thanks for watching.